Well, it's the 15th of November. I've had dreadful flu, although the wife said it was a cold. Hamilton walked the Formula One Championship. Rooney's back for a game for England. The Spice Girls have announced they're going back on tour. And the Prime Minister is in her office counting how many cabinet members she's got left. I think it's time for another one of my In Practice blogs. Well, the budget's come and gone, hasn't it? One thing that struck me was here was a real opportunity, I think, for the Chancellor to finally get to grips and sort out the mess that is IR35. Okay, what he's saying now is that he's going to roll out the off-payroll regulations, the IR35 regs, into the private sector, but he's deferring it till 2020, more time wasted, pushing it back to 2020, and he'll only introduce it for large and medium companies, whatever that means. So here we go, yet another fudge on top of an issue that's been going on so long, has become so involved, so complex, that we have whole industries of accountants and legal beagles all working on one particular topic, all earning, no doubt, very good amounts of money. Everybody trying to sort out what on earth is going on with it. If ever there was a chance missed, I think this is one. I think the time is right. We've got people looking at the BBC for all the contracts that they've got with all their presenters, etc., etc. I think the time was right, and I think it was a time and a chance missed. Next week, that's the 21st and 22nd of November, I'll be up in Glasgow at the Accounting Live exhibition with my team from the ICPA. So please, if you're in Glasgow, if you're in that neck of the woods, grab a ticket. It's completely free. Come along. I'll be there with the team. Come along and say hi. And if you've got any questions on MTD, etc., or HMRC, the tax gap, any of that, you can come along and have a chat with me. I'll be there both days. I'm also presenting. I'm very proud to present on behalf of the ICPA. We're presenting on the main stage my presentation, The Rocky Road to Success, How Small Practices Can Punch Above Their Weight and Succeed. I think it's a really good presentation. I'm very pleased with how it's come together. And at the end of the presentation, I'll be giving you 10 ways any practice of any size can 10 things they can introduce into their practice that will help them succeed and, as I say, punch above their weight. I've also been asked to present by our good friends and long-time ICPA benefit providers, My Firms App, and I'll be presenting on their stage as well. So please, a completely separate presentation altogether. I'll be doing the rule of 7 for them. So please check out the timings when you're up there and come along and listen to the presentations and talk to myself and the team. So there's a lot going on. Next year, we have just announced the dates for our 2019 Practice Evolution conferences. We are going to be in London at the College of Physicians on the 27th of June, and we're going to be in the heart of Manchester on the 4th of July at the etc. venues. Lots of information about about the speakers we've got, and we have a superb lineup of speakers. I'm absolutely stoked by this. This is probably the best lineup of speakers we've had at any conferences. And also what we're doing is we're keeping, experience has taught us 45 minutes for a presentation is a bit too long. We're going to limit the speakers to 30 minutes, so it's going to be short, very focused presentations. So as I say, Practice Evolution, 27th of June in London, 4th of July in Manchester. There's a very special early bird discount that's available to the end of December on the website. Go and have a look, and if you can, get booked for that one as well. And as I say, if you can get up to Glasgow, if you're in the area of Glasgow next week, 21st, 22nd, come along and see me at Accounting Live. Well, here we are in November and only 5 months to go before MTD for VAT starts. We're at long last beginning to see some of the linking software, or is it called bridging software? I never know. I think it's called linking software that's coming out. Our good friends at BTC and TaxCalc have offerings. Also, our good friends at ClearBooks have got offerings. You've got Absolute Accounts have got offerings. Thomson's Reuters have got offerings. I think it's Arval, I can never pronounce that one right. They've got offerings. They're out and about now. So, you know, you've got 5 months really, because you're going to need it for some of your clients. For those clients who are totally dependent on spreadsheets, you're definitely going to need it. For those clients where you have to do work off the books, as it were, to finesse the final figures for the VAT returns, such as second-hand car deals, etc., you're going to need that linking software. So you've got 5 months to sort it out. Obviously, let's not forget, we've got the January hiatus coming up. So if you're going to defer it, you're basically going to end up with February and March. So either try and source it now, I think, rather than wait. But of course, you know, if you feel, you know, you want to concentrate on getting January sorted and you'll look at it again in February, I think there's probably plenty of time to do it that way. But, you know, either way, whether you're like me, you like to get things sorted first, now's a good time. If you want to leave it a little bit later, you could leave it to a bit towards the end of February. One question that people keep asking me about MTD for VAT is obviously about whether or not they have to follow the MTD for VAT strictures based on their turnover. Now, we know if you were voluntary registered and your turnover is below the 85,000 registration limit, you don't have to follow the MTD strictures for VAT. And people are saying, oh, well, my client was voluntarily registered, so they're okay. No, it's not when they registered, were they voluntarily registered. You've got to look at the 12 months to the first day of the VAT period that MTD for VAT's coming in. So if their VAT return period is April, May, June, you've got to look at the 12 months to the 1st of April. And if that 12 months they're above the VAT threshold, then they will have to follow it, even though when they registered a couple of years ago, they were maybe voluntarily registered. So you've got to keep your eye, is that running 12 months? So that's something you need to get across to your clients. Anyway, so that's it, MTD for VAT, it's coming, it's just the 9 boxes, but let's not forget, let's be 100% honest, pretty soon, I would hazard a guess that we will be sending up significantly more information than just those 9 boxes.